In DC, for DC. DC Radio, 96.3 HD4 and DCRadio.gov.
What's going on, everybody? How are you today? I hope you are living your best day today. You're alive, you woke up, and we were able to listen to this show today. I am so honored to have an amazing, if you all been looking at my post and everything, I've been saying she's an amazing songwriter, singer, educator, just so much. The amazing Akua Allrich. Did I say it right?
You said it right. You got it.
Welcome to Choppin It Up with Chook today.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. First and foremost, I want to shout out my whole DC Radio family, Shane, Mr. Myrick, and everyone here that helps this to happen. And this platform today, like I said, has this amazing guest, and we're going to jump right into it.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, Miss Akua Allrich is a jazz vocalist and DC native who has proven herself to be a musician of extraordinary talent and crowd-moving passion. With finesse and charisma, this vocalist, composer, and teacher has successfully etched out a place of her unique musical expression, electrifying audiences in and around the nation's capital with sold-out performances, and even around the world, because I've witnessed some of that as well. The launching of her freshman album, A Peace of Mind, and second album, Uniquely Standard, Akua Allrich Live, the young artist's music and concerts create and have created a significant buzz with critics and music lovers alike. This is amazing. She's here in the studio, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome the amazing Miss Akua Allrich. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm great.
That's good. That's good. So sometimes, I always say, it's a privilege to be able to go online and look up people who, we work with all the time, where we might see them in passing on stages, like we were just talking about that. This is the first time we've had this much time to even chop it up,
it's true.
always passing each other and working.
Yes.
So, and your bio is absolutely amazing. But I guess we're going to want to hear from you. So tell us a little bit how you started and all that good stuff.
How did I start? That's so funny. I think I started later than most vocalists start.
Okay.
I didn't start off as a vocal major. My musical experience began in college.
Got it.
In undergrad at HU.
Hey.
I am a vice into heart all the way through.
Yes.
So I started at Howard as a biology major because I was going to be a doctor.
Wow.
And the universe and the gods and ancestors had other ideas.
Wow. Hold on. So pause for the cause. How about when I started at, once I graduated, me and Malika, shout out to Malika Jackson Caldwell, hello, at the studio. But when we graduated, when I left, I went to UDC, and I was a pre-med biology major.
Oh,
but like you
get
said,
out of here.
everything just changed.
Yeah.
Yes, so continue.
Yes, things just did not work right where I was in the sciences.
Gotcha.
But funny enough, my godmother, she is one of the vocal teachers at Howard University.
Gotcha.
So when I started, her first thing was, you need to audition so that I can do vocal lessons with you.
Wow.
And I'm raised well, so I was just like, okay, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. But in my mind, I was going to be a doctor.
Yeah.
So I auditioned, I got in, and I would take vocal lessons with her. And the science part was just not working right with my spirit.
Gotcha.
So I said, Mom, this ain't working right. Mom is the doctor.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to be following her footsteps.
I got you.
And she was like, well, baby, if you're not feeling it, then follow your spirit. What is your spirit telling you? And I was like, well, I like music. She was like, all right, do that. So stuff happened. I withdrew from that program, entered into the jazz studies department at Howard.
Gotcha.
And excelled.
Wow. Yes, you have.
I excelled.
Yes, you have. So you come from an absolutely historical family and backdrop.
Yeah.
And so can you share a little bit about this amazing stock that you come from? Because, we'll get into that a little bit later, but you all have helped to transformed so many minds and hearts and opened up so many eyes over some years and decades.
Yeah.
To, to this point. So, a little bit.
Well, just, I guess, a little background is I grew up in an African-centered kind of environment. My mother and father are two of the founding members of an African-centered school, independent African-centered school here in D.C., Nation House.
Nation House.
Yes. Shout out Nation House. Yes. So we are in our 46th year.
Wow.
And, there's a lot to it. My parents were dedicated to being a part of the movement of educating our children starting at an impressionable age and giving them the tools that they need to grow and develop as world citizens.
Got it.
And to come with enough chutzpah, I don't know, in other words, is that with enough charisma and character development that they can go out in the world and be peers with everybody and not second guess it.
Right.
And so in order to do that, they said, we need to teach our children. We can't send them out and have other folks teach them.
See.
And so we were taught from our central foundation of learning was that we are African people. We come from beyond our experiences here.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to expand on that in our circumstances, no matter what.
Got it. So, so you're very, I don't like to say culturally aware. Sometimes they say woke. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not a fad. It's a way of life. So, so that sometimes, even as an educator, what is like the importance, like the generations and stuff coming up now? They need to know where they're from, but what is the importance? What do you think? Well,
the importance is, as any ethnicity, you need to have a solid grasp of who you are. Otherwise, you are flailing, trying to fit in with people who are not you. And you can try all day to assimilate somebody else's culture, but if you're not steeped in your own culture, you're confused.
Right.
So you have to have a basic understanding of where you come from, what your history is, what your culture is, where that came from. And then you can make a decision as adults. Okay, I'm a whole person. I can go and do this as well, but I'm whole. I don't need something else to make me whole, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. So how does that each person's embracing of their culture, because then you've also not only educated, but then you have made such a stamp in this music stuff. So I look at it as very, you have to know yourself before you can, yourself supposed to come out in your music. If you don't know who you are, you'll be sounding like a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? So how do you adjust with that, embracing your culture, and how does that influence your music and what you do?
I think for me, I was raised as an African woman. So I claim an African woman. I'm an African woman who has the culture of African Americans as well. I have all of that.
Got it.
So I grew up in a Pan-Africanist kind of ideology. And by the time I graduated from from college, I got to tell you, I didn't start performing right away.
Got you.
Because I didn't feel like I had my voice. I didn't know my voice. And I think that comes with age.
Got you.
So time went by. I got my master's in social work. Didn't do nothing with social work. Went ahead and kept teaching. It's lineage of teachers in my family, so I couldn't run away from it.
Got it.
So maybe 28, I got married, had 2 kids, and my husband was like, "Babe, it's time.
Got it.
You gotta do your thing."
And having that support system, even our surroundings, who can...
It's imperative. It's huge.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't get that push from him, I would have been flailing like, I need to sing. I don't know how. So, with him pushing and with finding my support system in D.C., I found my friends from Howard who were out there performing. Shout out to Janelle Gill, Chris Fun, Quincy Phillips, all the cats. And so they helped me to kind of navigate and start performing again. And Omar Brown, my big buddy, and Bohemian Caverns, that's where I really soared and found my voice.
See, and you're already tapping on a whole bunch of things that we're going to talk about today, like the different venues and being centralized here in the DMV.
Yes.
And all of that. So I want to expose some of those who might not have heard you before. I know there's a lot who have.
Yeah.
But you have a song called Take My Time.
Yes.
Can you express, a little backdrop behind Take My Time?
Sure. It's a pretty grown-up song.
Yes.
But it's a good song. It's one of those be in the moment and let me take my time to enjoy what is going to be a beautiful moment.
Right.
And we literally take our time on stage when we perform it.
Absolutely.
We pause.
Yeah.
And we get into the mood. We acting silly up there, but we getting into the mood. So once we perform the song, it is a full and complete experience.
And seeing that chemistry with you all, like you said, some of the names from Quincy Phillips and Chris Fun, these are cats who, till this day, and Samuel Prather knows.
Yes, Sam, the tribe. That's my tribe.
Yes,
folks. It's my tribe.
But seeing you all when you're all on stage, you're like in your own world.
Yes.
And it's such an experience for the audience to eavesdrop on the conversation that you all are having on stage.
That's a good way to put it.
So I'm honored. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into a little bit of Here, Take My Time by the amazing Akua Allrich here on Choppin It Up with Chook on DC Radio.
Take my time, make you mine. Take my time, make you mine. Still so I can hold each image of you, every fold. I wanna be with you, I wanna see you, need you to come here. I wanna taste each kiss like the fine wine it is. I wanna wrap your sweet in the heat of me. Stand still so I can hold each image of you, every fold. I wanna be with you, I wanna see you. you to come here. Oh, take my time. Stand still so I can hold each image of you. Every fold, I wanna be with you. I wanna see you. Need you to come here. Oh, take my time. La 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 la. Yeah, yeah. Take my time.
Wow, we. You like set the whole atmosphere in here, you know.
Yes,
We were
yes.
chopping it up a little bit. I had one headphone on, and I was like, wait a minute, but the song keeps pulling me back into like where you all were. So, like, that's an amazing song. We were talking about like the recording process.
Yeah.
So, what's a little bit about?
So, I mean, we were blessed to be at Blue House, I guess, recording.
What they call Blue House Productions or
Yeah,
something?
Blue House Productions
Yeah.
with Jeff Gruber. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
But Chris Fun was the musical director for this album. This
Shout
is
out
my
Chris, yes.
latest album, and it's called Soul Singer.
Wow.
So primarily almost all of the songs are my originals
Absolutely.
or written with others. But on that one was, on keys is Warren Wolf, who's amazing.
Wow.
Right?
You got some serious names on your project now.
I do. So Warren Wolf, Corey Fonville was on drums.
Wow.
Chris Fun on bass. And Brent Burkhead was playing saxophones. Yes.
Shout out to Brent.
Yeah. So I had some other folks on there. My brother, Ajay Hargrove.
Yes, indeed.
He's on percussion. Not on that song, but
Right.
another brother, Farai Malianga, was on there. And my dad is on the next song that you're going to play.
Gotcha.
And that was a huge deal, getting him to
Really?
record with me. Yeah, because
Really?
he hasn't recorded in decades.
Right.
And then he passed away.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, that was a gem.
Yeah.
I have it forever.
Yes. Like you captured that moment in time.
Yes.
So
yes.
so I know you have like inspiration from different areas and different dynamics to, give you the energy and everything for you to do what you do. So what is like some of the inspiration that you have and where do you like get it from? Because one thing, so I can tell you all about this. So if you're seeing this live, then that's one thing that you all know what I'm talking about. If you're listening to it, your spirit always, your smile, and your spirit, like regardless, like you come from an amazing backdrop, but you're always so humble.
I appreciate that.
And then and then like honestly, then to hear you sing and to see your performance, for me, I don't say, anybody, if they want to have an ego, they can. But, you know what I'm saying, or a diva, or a diva, you know what I'm saying? But you never carry it that way. But you get on the stage. I remember recently we had an opportunity, I think it was in Southeast, some big...
Yes.
I can't remember the event.
That was like the first time we got to play together.
Exactly. But even your voice then, even outside, and sometimes it's, we can make the atmosphere in smaller places or it's different in a concert hall. But when you're outside, it's like it's going.
gotta work.
You know what I'm saying? It's
gotta
like
work.
it's going to, the truth will be told, and you did. It's like an amazing job.
Oh,
so
thank you.
know, so like, what is the inspiration? Like you're very secure in what you do, and that's noticeable. Not arrogant, not anything of that nature.
Yeah.
But when it's time for you to take the microphone, you're like, this is what I'm meant to do.
It's crazy, actually. I think it's something that is not thought about.
Got it.
Because I'm nervous before every show.
Got it.
Like, do I know everything? Do I have everything? I don't know. Then I get on stage and the spirit takes over me. And it's like, and hello, everyone. Join me in this journey.
Exactly.
And I think it's just kind of, I think it's a spirit thing. My dad was a musician, and I think I got whatever it was that he was gifted with, it passed down to me. And just getting up there on stage and presenting, I never thought that was something that was going to be me.
Gotcha.
This solo performer.
Gotcha.
But when I get up there,
got you in a different world.
it's a different world. And I'm interactive with the audience because I feel like it's a cyclical experience.
Absolutely.
So I reach out to them. Sometimes you don't get reached back.
That's right.
Sometimes they don't catch on.
Right.
But it don't hurt my feelings. I just be like, all right, cool.
Right.
All right, we just gonna vibe up here. and then, you do your thing. One of the things that my mom used to say to me is, do not hide your brilliance just to make other people feel good.
Hashtag, do y'all hear that? Do not hide your brilliance. And that's very, very important. Because like we were talking before, I said, this show is a platform where we share, our journeys in order that it can help somebody else.
Yes, that's
so
right.
whatever it is that you want to do, like your goals, aspirations, if you know that you have like something that's different, it's not all about trying to conform to society's paradigm of whatever you are doing is supposed to look like,
this
sound
box.
like. Yes, exactly. Turn that into an octagon real quick.
Right.
It's got 8 sides on it now. So what is your favorite thing about being an artist, and because you're an entrepreneur too as well, and everything? So this is a 2-sided question. So first, what is your favorite thing about being an artist or entrepreneur?
I feel like my favorite thing is both as an entrepreneur and an artist is I get to create the spaces that I want to present in.
Got it.
I get to kind of mold that. This is how I'm going to present myself, and I'm going to find where I'm going to present myself. The universe has been wonderful to me and opens these doors that have people paying me to do what it is that I love to do.
On.
So there is that, there's the business side, which is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
And then the performance part, just being able to speak to people and give smiles and people cry and, just being able to touch people in a way that I wouldn't normally be able to do it, or other people don't have an opportunity to do it.
Right.
It's a blessing, but it's also a responsibility.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely is. Now, on the flip side, what is your least favorite thing about being an artist?
The business.
Yeah.
Because I think I am the most independent
Right.
I do it all.
You definitely do.
The PR, I do the booking, I do the itineraries.
Yeah.
I am that person.
Gotcha.
I got 1,000 hats.
Gotcha.
I got to do the taxes and So, I put on my big girl pants and I figured out I go hide in the corner and cry sometimes.
Trust me, I understand. And you've been doing it for quite some time. I remember. I'm trying to think. This might have been 6 years ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I think the album I put out, might have been basically Chook, and so I was having to go through the same thing all over again, and when I'm going to I never forget Reverb Nation and trying to get this on. I would look up. I was like, okay. Then I look up. Number 1.
Yes.
Akua Allrich. I was like, was like, what? I said, what is the method behind? She is killing it out here, and like I said, to see you, you're so calm and collected and so peaceful. I was like, listen, don't get it twisted. This woman be out here working and, and grinding to make sure that happens.
Yes.
So hats off to you. So like
Thank you.
your marketing and PR stuff, listen, ain't okay.
That means a lot coming from you, bro. Seriously.
I'm like even back then, because like I said, we're centralized here in the DMV and all of that stuff, but sometimes here can be a very, very challenging place to even break.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's unfortunate, like we were talking about, like the least favorite and the most favorite thing, but there's always this business element. So you could take something as pure and as nostalgic and heartfelt as music. Yeah. But then you add something like business to it. And it's just like, and then it's crazy because, we could be from here and, and have an amazing offering to give to the audience and to the people from here. But then it's hard because, like you said, when there's an event that might cost, let's say $20, $25 a ticket.
Right.
They'll hold off on that. Well, she might be at Bohemian and it's free to get it. It's like, come on, y'all. Because it takes these finances outside of what we do for our families. Yeah. But in order to facilitate the gift that we want to share with the people.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to have you like a whole nother show, like a whole panel, a whole day.
Real talk.
Absolutely. So you got this other song on here. What did you say it was Red Bark?
Red Bark, yes.
Bark. So what's the backdrop to this?
So Red Bark is, it is kind of a synonymous with the sequoia trees.
Absolutely.
And in order for a sequoia tree to grow, the seed pod has to be set afire.
Got it.
So, the California fires are actually natural. They're crazy now.
Right.
Because of other reasons. But the sequoia seed pod needs fire in order to open. And so when it opens, that is when it can be put into the earth and be fertilized and grow. But you grow from the fire.
So you did pick up a lot of the science stuff too. It's like, you definitely did. That's my first time hearing that. I didn't know that. I'm seeing them. And wow.
Yeah. And they grow into these massive, enormous, amazing structures and creatures. But so that's what I thought of when I came up with this song, is just the fire. And we all go through that moment of fire where you are being reborn and it hurts. It's that place at the crossroads where you don't know what the heck is going on.
Wow.
And that is your fireplace. It's the crossroads. Which way am I going? Which way am I going? And so Red Bark represents that for me. This song represents that for me. And the song is in homage to an energy or a deity whose name is Elegba in different places. Also Tigare in other places, or Eshu in other places. So like I said, I'm Pan-African.
Yes,
I grew up in the culture and spirituality of West African people.
Yes.
So it starts off with a prayer to that energy.
Wow.
To open the way and show me the direction.
Got it.
And where I should go. And of course, my daddy is on this one.
Yes. You capture that moment in time. And
yes.
So, like you said, it's an absolute gem.
Yes.
Absolute gem.
Thank you.
So we are here about to listen to Red Bark by the amazing Akua Allrich here on Choppin It Up with Chook on DC Radio.
Papa let pa plante photo, plante photo. Papa let pa plante photo, plante photo, plante photo. Dum dum duri katwe, dum dum duri katwe, dum dum duri katwe, dum dum duri katwe. Bye, you let me
Yes, indeed. That is Red Bark by the amazing Akua Allrich. Yes, we are just in here just chopping it up and having so much fun today. I'm learning so much. I am amazed at your gift and how it translates even over the airwaves and through media and through the album.
Thank you.
Because like you take us, like you really bring the listener in to right where you are.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that not only is that important, but that's an amazing gift to be able to do.
Thank you.
So like we were talking. So what do you think is one of your challenges that you had to overcome as in terms of your music and not just breaking it and everything, but what is like just as an artist, what has been one of your biggest challenges you've had to overcome?
I think a challenge, goodness, the tendency for the business to have you in a box in order to understand how to promote you.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, you know, I say I'm a jazz vocalist because that is politically correct
Gotcha.
with regards to how I am promoted.
Right.
And when I submit my stuff to the Grammys, they understand this
Right.
is jazz.
Right.
Right.
I got you.
I can't put it in the R&B section because
Right.
people are not going to see it like that.
Right.
But as a performer, I don't have any of those barriers. I have jazz or what we call jazz as the foundation,
Right.
and I built from there. I mean, that's what I grew up in.
Got it.
But I also grew up with soul and
Yeah.
funk and African rhythms. You
Yeah.
know, I grew up with Miriam Makeba and Fela Kuti and Stevie Wonder and Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
You know, and so it just the gamut just spans the world, really. So I think that's the most frustrating thing.
Gotcha.
Is, oh, well, you know, you're not straight ahead enough for us to present you. Oh, well, we really are we want you on this jazz festival, but what do you do that's different?
Right.
It's like I look at the jazz festival lineup and I'm like, there's no jazz. What's happening?
See now.
So it's strange just trying to navigate. And again, it comes back down to business, trying to navigate the world as me. And I find that I do need assistance with that. Like getting on these music festivals, you got to know somebody, you know, trying to expand beyond the borders.
Absolutely.
Get gigs outside of the area. That's a hard thing to do.
Yeah. And what's crazy is like, even like when we get the gigs outside of the area, it's kind of, it's great for us, but it's unfortunate that sometimes at the home front we don't get the same support as we do outside. And then don't let us go outside of the country, because then it's so embracing on a different level, you know. And like you said, we don't want to be locked in, you know, into boxes here. But you know, even some of those boxes, we're like, okay, well, we're going to give you what you want here, you know. And you know, so thank you for keeping you keep certain elements of the jazz genre label, you know, true. But then you also add, you know,
I expand. I mean, that's the nature of the art, is for you to expand and for it to grow.
Got it.
And I think that's just in this country, it's anti this country.
Right.
To grow and develop and become something new.
Right.
You know, so it's all of it. I still enjoy it. I'm super, super blessed to have such a great support system here in DC. I mean, I can honestly say I work consistently.
Yes.
And I just knock on all the wood, all the solid stuff.
Drywall, everything. Right.
Prayers up all the time.
Right.
Because everybody doesn't get that opportunity.
That's true.
So, and when I am able to talk to younger vocalists and they ask me, what do I do? It's like, you got to get out there and you just got to do your thing.
That's it.
And ask questions. Take that first opportunity that don't pay nothing but the door.
That's right.
And you spread your word. And people will start calling you.
That's right. You hear those of you who are listening to this, these are gems that she is laying on us right now.
It's true,
Absolutely.
man.
So tell me, so what does your creative process look like? I know the last song we were just playing Red Bar, and you was like, "That's me," and you were in here playing the rhythm, clapping the rhythm and everything. I was like, people don't understand. There's so much that goes behind it, but you're not only singing it and songwriting it, but you're in there with the production of it and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
So the musicianship part of it. So what does your process look like?
That's so funny because I'm so all over the place. If I was in the system, they would label me ADHD because I just be everywhere. Anytime I got a second, if it pops up in my head, I got my little phone, I got the little recorder thing.
Right.
I'm singing to it.
That's it.
And then I go to the piano, I find the keys. Okay, what's the changes for this? What I want on it. Okay, and then I have my tribe.
Got you.
I got my cats who I play with all the time. And it rotates because everybody got gigs and stuff.
Right.
But, I hit up Chris Fun. I drive him crazy. And Sam Prather or Mark Meadows and Tyler Leak and CV the Chef. Whoever.
Great names,
if I can get the cats, I can get the cats.
Exactly.
Zach Pride and Herman Bernie. When they come, Savannah Harris, who's up in New York, I can't get her as much. But she's fantastic.
Absolutely.
When we get together, I'm like, okay, this is my idea. This is what I want to do. And my brother there too with his congas. And then I start playing and they jump in.
Right.
And I'm like, that's it.
That's it.
That's what I wanted.
Right.
So it's kind of it's a individual thing, but it's a collective thing. Like I can't do it without them.
Got it. And it's such a feeling when you have other like-minded people come in, and when you have these ideas, you like sometimes in our mind it's just the idea.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how's it going to come out such and such? And then you have these people who, like I said, we're all on the same page and we have built such a chemistry.
Yes.
With each other that, okay, wait, you know what? Okay, that's it.
Try that.
That's
Yes.
it,
Yes.
And all of it, and when it comes together, it's absolutely amazing.
Yes.
So I would say just in the DMV or just in DC, but just across the places that you have performed, what are some of your favorite venues? Or smaller, larger?
My favorite was Bohemian Caverns. It's not there anymore.
I know.
That was my favorite because that was the space, man.
Yeah.
That was the hang.
It was.
That was the hang for everybody.
Yeah.
So Bohemian Caverns was it. Now I would say the hang is just wherever I end up or wherever the cats are. And they are around in lots of different places, which is fantastic. JoJo's is a really cool hang.
Yeah.
And they got some banging food.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Blues Alley is fantastic. They really treat us well.
Absolutely.
What else? Mr. Henry's. Oh, I always have fun at Mr. Henry's.
Got you.
I'm just trying to think. What other spots?
And and what's crazy is because like the spots that we used to visit on U Street, some of them not there anymore, so it makes it a challenge sometimes unless the summertime comes out and you can do like the like you said, the festivals that are outside,
Those are fun. Soto is a really good hang too. Downstairs, the music is good. But I think it's still in transition.
Right.
But the spaces are out there where people are performing, and it's just like you got to go find them.
Right. And the reason I ask you about the spaces and the places that you like is because just a couple of weeks ago, I had an opportunity to go to the DC Music Summit.
Right.
And it was some great information and just great perspectives of different artists and entrepreneurs from the city.
Okay.
And one of the concerns was there's not really like a main hub place where, everybody can come. You can run into, different artists and stuff that do different music and, collaborations are built. Yeah. Now, sometimes with the development of home studios and stuff like that do the same thing as when we were going to a Night Flight or Omega or stuff like that, so just trying to, enlighten people to, okay, these are still some of the places that we go to. Yeah. And, we could run into, anyone. Yeah. And so that's very, very important because, like, it's that separation.
Yeah,
You know?
it's important for us to have spaces as artists to come and just commune with each other.
Right. Right.
That's a huge deal.
Right.
I think when Bohemian Caverns closed, it broke so many people's hearts because it was like, where do we go now?
Yeah.
But I mean, there are some spots that you can kind of go and just chill. There's spots popping up on U Street, I think right on Georgia Avenue, around the corner from our old building on Park Road, where I went over there and I had the thought, I was like, oh, where I'm gonna park my car?
Right.
I was saying, because that used to be a shady place.
Right.
A park right in front of the little go-go joint.
Yeah.
Strip club. Oh, Lord. And I was like, okay, this could be a social experiment.
Right.
And I was like, dang, this joint is super gentrified.
Exactly.
Things
have changed.
Car was still there.
Right.
I was like, okay.
I won't name the name of the club. It was a very, very large club here in D.C. some years ago that everybody used to come to when they came from out of town, everything. And there was so many reports of like people literally parking like in the next block. I never forget, I had a friend of mine came in town from California, her and her friends. And she said, oh, we went to the club and came back. They had broken the car and took all of our luggage and everything. I was like, whoa. So thank goodness, as of recent, we haven't had to use the club as much.
Right. The club.
You remember that?
Yes, it's somewhere in my house.
I know, that's right. So question, I know this might be a challenging question, but can you name 3 songs that have majorly impacted your life?
3 songs. Oh, my God.
I know.
One of my dad's songs, well, all of my dad's songs, but there's one that is called Talking Stick, and it moves at the speed of light.
Got it.
It's on his first album, Rise Vision Coming. And we're working on putting that on CD, so just look out for that. Look out for Daddy's albums on CD. We're going to have a release and everything.
Okay.
But it moves so fast, and it just energizes me like, okay, yes. Yeah. I can't do none of that, but yes. I could do something.
Right.
So I would say Talking Stick by my dad. John Coltrane is huge in my family. So his song Spiritual is one that has always touched my soul.
Got it.
And good gracious, it's so much. How can I put, you said 3. How can I leave out? I can't leave out Nina Simone.
Got it.
All of Nina Simone. Let me just say all of Nina.
That's it.
And all of Miriam Makeba.
Right.
Can I throw in some more people?
Listen, that is amazing. And like in the beginning, we were talking about, we said the backdrop, the history of like the people you were even exposed to. Like, you know what I'm saying, like your dad and like Mama Kahime.
Oh, yes.
Like that.
Yeah, because she was in his band. So her voice was like the voice of goddess.
Right.
And she was my vocal teacher. So,
Got it.
Big deal.
Yes. So there was one song I was listening to earlier, and it was by, there's a Haki R. Madhubuti.
He was on my dad's albums.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was a poet.
Got you. And it was a song called Walk the Way of the New World.
Yeah, okay.
And I heard just a little, I was like, I just want to play just a little bit of the beginning of this because what's crazy is what they say is nothing new under the sun. But we've had to be inspired by the music that the people who came before us. Yeah. That they put into, to the atmosphere. So I just want to play a little bit of this song. It's called Walk the Way of the New World. Just a little bit of the intro, and you see how the atmosphere sets. And then we'll come right back here on Choppin It Up with Chook. Okay. With the amazing Akua Allrich. Yay. All right. Here on DC Radio. said, it's just some amazing music that we haven't heard. Some we have heard. That was Baba Ajay playing the flute.
Yes,
So
yes.
that was his composition.
Yes.
So tell us, and I know like some of the music, like Mama Kahimbe.
Yeah,
and
she's singing on there.
Yep, and she's a fan, and I didn't know, like she knows my cousin, which is Solomon Howard.
Oh, wow,
which is the
yeah.
opera singer. So, you know, they would, I was like, really?
It's a small world, man.
The world is getting smaller as we speak.
Yes. Yes.
So this is an amazing time because I could not dare have you in here and we don't do some kind of song.
Yes.
And you done brought your cajon.
I sure did.
You know, what did Malika call it? The box drum or something.
She called it box home.
The box home, yeah.
She mixed it together. I was like, yes. That joint. No, but that song is from my dad's album, Madasi. That's from his second album.
Really?
Yeah, so that was Nation. That was my dad's group.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look, I've seen some clips. I've just been getting so educated.
Yes.
On so
I like
many,
it.
you know, education. Listen, information is key.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But they say knowledge is power. Absolutely.
It
Absolutely.
is, true.
And I'm so excited. Let me
Okay, I'm
this
going
on.
to get the box drum.
Yes, it is. She gonna get the box drum. We're gonna see. See what we come up here
Right.
live on Chopping It Up with Chook.
What we finna do? Now I'm a baby at this. I'm a student at this.
Oh, it sounds good.
That was pretend. That was pretend.
Yes. Let's see.
I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain against my window, 'cause he's not here with me. Alone with the pillow where his head used to lay. I know he's got some sweet memories, but like the window, he's got nothing to say. I can't stand the rain against my window, yeah, bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain against my window, yeah, 'cause he's not here with me, yeah. Alone with the pillow where his head used to lay. I know he's got some sweet memories, but like the window, he's got nothing to say. Hey, hey, against my window, bringing back sweet memories.
We can do this all day.
Alone with the pillow
teleprompter. This is so fun.
I done told up them lyrics so good.
Listen. Me, look, I'm trying to read the notes so heavily. But like you said, when a chemistry is built,
That's it.
everybody, y'all eavesdropping on this magical conversation we having in here.
Yes.
I'm just so excited. Oh, I got to play with
Choppin'. Yes.
OMG. So, wow, that was so fun. Okay, I gotta let my heart rate come all the way down. All right, and I'm back. That's so much fun. So much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
We gotta do some more, Chook.
Yes,
Come on, man.
I know. This is only the beginning, the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, okay.
So, question. So, what would you say to up and coming artists, entrepreneurs? Like I said, you're an educator. You have accomplished so much and definitely are still striving to do so much more. But what would you tell them to inspire them or give them just that little tidbit
That
for
little
today?
push.
That little push that they need. That little spark.
I think I would say get out of your head and follow your spirit and your heart. When you get out your head, you let your spirit guide you, you will get into the doors you're supposed to go into. And you just open your mouth and you do your thing.
Got it.
So we think too much.
Yeah.
We think too much and then we get anxious about things that ain't, anxiety is lazy energy.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. It's lazy energy. It don't help you do nothing.
Gotcha. That's right.
You just sit in it. And it's okay to be anxious, but don't let it stop you.
That's right. That's right.
So, just get out your head and follow your spirit. Say your intentions and let your spirit take you where it's going to take you.
That is so important. It has been an amazing honor,
Yay.
privilege. I mean, everything to have, like I said, the amazing Akua Allrich today on this show. Listen up, you all. You all know that this platform is a platform that I love to invite in people to just encourage you and to, if you can learn anything from the process and the legacy and the just the whole thing, the journey, the traveling, just the ups and downs, the vicissitudes.
Yes, come on.
SAT
come
word,
on,
SAT
come
word.
on.
The ups and downs that, like, some of us have gone through and been able to overcome. If we can do it, then definitely you can as well. And that's all I ever want to do is be able to encourage you all. That's what it's about. When we're blessed with the ability to get some of the challenges that we've gone through, it's not for us just to only keep that upon ourselves. We're supposed to share that knowledge. And that's what we do here on Choppin' It Up with Chook. Yeah. And it's been so amazing. And we have this one last song that I said I want to end off the show with called Lost in Translation.
Yes,
So what is the backdrop to this?
Lost in Translation. This is a song I wrote for my husband. Yay, shout out to my husband, James Akua Allrich.
Yes, indeed,
Yes,
sir.
that's my boo thing. 17 years this year?
What?
Yes, 17 years married this year.
Congratulations. Yes, congratulations.
Yes, he must love me.
See, hashtag Black Love.
Black love. Black love matters.
Yes, it does.
So I wrote this song because oftentimes we do get lost in translation, just talking to each other out of emotion, and then we don't hear each other. And so this song is kind of an homage to that. Just like, babe, I love you, but let's be sweet to each other so that we can actually hear each other.
Absolutely.
And then when we having our moments, I know you don't hate me.
Gotcha.
You're just having a moment.
Gotcha.
And so I love you and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
But I want folks to check me out on my website.
Yes, first and foremost, yes. How can they reach you?
Yes.
Everything.
www.akuallrich.com. I post all of my events. I'm going to be at, can I announce?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be at Westminster Presbyterian Church on Friday. That is the 21st.
21st? Yes.
Friday the 21st from 6 to 9. It is only $5.
Come on now, only $5.
And it is a vibe. Do you hear me?
Listen, y'all, that line needs to be around the building.
It is a vibe. It's so good. And I'm going to be with my tribe. It's going to be fantastic. And then I have another show on Saturday. It's a fundraiser for my school.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to post that on my website. And I got some tours coming up.
Yes,
So just follow me. Get on the train. Get on the Queer and the Tribe train.
Yes, indeed. And like I said, we're going to have to have you back, not only on this show, but y'all be on the lookout because, I'm definitely planning, hint, like a Choppin It Up with Chook concert series.
Come on.
So some of the people that you all have witnessed here on the show, you all can come out and witness them in person and what they do. So that's what I'm excited about. So you all have been chopping it up with Chook. And yes, my guest today has been the amazing Akua Allrich. And we're going to leave out here on this show with the song entitled Lost in Translation. Yes. Thank you all for listening in. And you've been listening to Choppin It Up with Chook. I'm Antone Chooky Caldwell here on DC Radio.
In DC, for DC. DC Radio, 96.3 HD4 and DCRadio.gov.